All right. Well, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Fred Duff. I'm from Richmond, Virginia. I'm co-hosting tonight. Really just playing a very small back role because I'm here to learn and earn tonight like everybody else. What I expect is going to happen tonight, I want you to relax, have a good time tonight. Don't worry about anything. I want you to listen to the information that's going to come your way. I believe the perfect storm in nutrition and business is taking place right now. And I can't think of anyone better I'd rather to host tonight with than Ashley Rowland from all the way from Florida. She's sought after throughout the whole country. Listen, I'm convinced, and I know this to be a fact, if she decided to go to Japan and reached out to partner.co partners out there, said, I'd like to come to Japan. Would you host me for a week? They'd be buying her airline tickets. That's how sought after her and her husband are in this company. I'm telling you, they're that good. With that being said, my co-host tonight is going to walk you through a very quick presentation. Again, relax. Thank the person who invited you tonight. And the worst thing that can happen tonight, we've all met and become friends. We got a very, very special couple at the very end. Don't leave this station. Ashley, I've already got them on seatbelts. Cut loose, girl.
Thank you so much. I love co-hosting you, Fred. So yeah, just like Fred said, we want to welcome all of our guests here tonight, and just relax. Listen, we all came here just like you, about to take a look at something that can help you better your health from a health standpoint and or your finances from a financial standpoint. You know, we all are going right through life. For me and my husband, we both loved our life, or dream jobs. We both had our dream jobs. I had a dream job being a stay-at-home mom, and Todd had a dream job of being a high school football coach. But, you know, although we had our dream jobs, it wasn't giving us our dream life. At 30 something years old, we woke up and found ourselves living paycheck to paycheck. Now, I don't know if you've ever done that before, but we did, and it was not fun. More importantly, it was more stress than anything. So I can just tell you what you're about to see is real. And it can help you, like I said, in two areas: one, your health, two, your finances, or both. So the name of the company is partner.co. We are a global company. We're in over 50 countries around the world. So, I mean, from, like he said, Japan, Australia, China, Mexico, Germany, all these places that we have that you can do business in. It's really pretty phenomenal. But here's what makes us really unique and different from any other company out there is that we're partnered with doctors from all around the world. So all of our products are doctor created, but they're backed by science. So we have over 100 products. We've got anything from clean energy drinks to liquid superfoods, nutritional supplements, balancing hormones, weight loss, gut health, you name it, we've got it. We just sit right in the middle of 7 different multi-billion-dollar industries out there. I don't know about you, but I was already buying 1, 2 to 3 different products in any one of these different industries. The problem is that although I was buying them from either online or the big box stores, I was getting very little to no results at all. So now I've just got half-used products that I wasn't feeling anything from that are sitting in my cabinets. Now I just redirect my spending through myself, get high-quality products that at the end of the day, all that matters is real results. And that's what you get with our products, because that's what you get, just real results. And so we're just going to talk about this one product. Although we have 100, we're just going to talk about one. They're called slenderized drops, or what you may know them as skinny drops or body balancing drops, magic drops, happy drops. They liquid discipline. They've got a lot of nicknames, but it's 2 bottles in a box. And the first bottle is a clear liquid. It's a blend of over 10 different plant leaf extracts. You put it underneath your tongue 3 times a day. And what it's going to do is going to help support your thyroid, whether it's high or low. It's going to help support your pancreas and help level out your insulin levels. And then it's also going to help detox the body. The second bottle, you're going to put underneath your tongue twice a day. So both of them are sublingually absorbed into the body. The second bottle is got your biotin, your pure form of your B12. It's got your rhodiola, your rosehip, and your ashwagandha roots. So now we're increasing our energy. We're increasing our metabolism. We're boosting our mood. But more importantly, we're leveling out those cortisol levels. So as we get bombarded with stress, like we do all day long, like I think we wake up getting bombarded with stress and we go to bed being bombarded with stress. Now we can level out those cortisol levels, and so now we can handle that stress that we get bombarded with. So, we're not a diet, we're not a fad. So everything that you've ever known and been taught, let's throw it out the window, because that's not what we're doing here. We're not counting calories, we're not counting carbs, we're not starving you. I mean, we have a massive approved food list here to eat from, and this isn't just any approved food list. This approved food list was created by one of the top type 2 diabetes doctor in the world. So it's a low glycemic food list. We've got tons of recipes to go with this. So we just tell you to eat from the approved food list and then take the drops. They only work if they get put in your body. They do not work if they're sitting in the bottle. So when you start taking the drops, and now we start eating from this approved food list, now we are getting your body back balanced and back working for you instead of against you. Like, we wake up every day fighting our bodies all day long. We don't have to do that. It doesn't have to be that way. So this is more of a lifestyle. This is not a diet. It's not a weight loss. It's a lifestyle. And that's what we're here for. And so now we're just going to kind of share with you real people with real results. Because like I said earlier, at the end of the day, that's all that really matters. So we've got Allison and Jerry. They're our special guests here tonight. And as a couple, what they have been able to achieve just from their health standpoint and just by using the skinny drops, I just would love for them to come on and kind of just give their testimonial here and how the drops have changed their life.
Thank you, Ashley. But yeah, so we started those a few years ago, and it's just
3 years ago.
3 years ago, in 2 months, and it has just made all the difference in the world. So, Allison.
Well, in this picture here, I was at my heaviest, and this was actually 3 years ago, last Easter, and I weighed 190 pounds. At 5'2", that's a lot, and I wasn't able to do anything. I had acid reflux, I had heartburn, I had high blood pressure, depression, all the things. Plus, not to mention the hot flashes and the night sweats, which were awful. I also have an autoimmune disease called Hashimoto's, which that didn't help. That made me tired and sluggish all the time. So, I mean, I just thought that I was just not feeling good. I didn't know that I actually had something wrong. And Jared, he'd always say, "Oh, just push through, you'll be okay, you'll be okay." I'm like, "I told you so, I'm not okay." But anyway, since I got on the drops, a friend of mine introduced me to the drops 3 years ago, and it has changed my life. Now, at first I didn't do it right, and I was a little slow. But when Rowland told me, "Allison, if you'll get off those Cokes, you'll lose the weight." So 2 years, no Cokes.
She was in a tough spot there, Ashley, for a little while. She really was. And I tell people all the time, because so much has changed in our life since we got on these. She got her life back, and I got my wife back, and that's made all the difference in the world.
That right there, like, I love that statement. That's an amazing statement. But you also lost some weight too, Jerry.
I did. I was not happy. I like to see my feet when I'm in the shower. So I just did what she did. And 12.
Well, he's the cook.
Yeah, I did. So it works better if you follow the list, the food
It's
list.
all about the food plan. And now, since my taste buds have changed, that's what I want. I don't want the bad stuff. I want the good stuff. I want the healthy. So it has completely changed us. I never thought I would eat right. My entire life, I never thought I would be a healthy eater and not eat sweets.
So it's a total lifestyle change.
Total lifestyle change. Never in a million years.
And you love the new lifestyle change.
Oh, I do. We have a lot of fun.
We're having fun.
I love it. I love it. That's all that matters.
Yeah.
That's all that matters.
And we're
all
healthy.
right. So, that's right. All right. So we're just I'm gonna go through and just kind of share, some different ages, body types. This is for all ages and all body types. I mean, Tanya, you can just see the before and after in just 12 days and what's happened with our transformation. Of course, there's a lot more to that now. This is not, I haven't updated it, but this is I think this picture says it all right here, And to me, like, another picture that's worth 1,000 words. Like, for a woman, we don't even have to, all we look at and we just know. No words needed, right? And men are probably like, yes, she probably does need the drops, but that's what she'll tell you, is that it's helped her with her hormones and no more hot flashes. And for us, getting your body back balanced and not having the hot flashes and the night sweats is just amazing. Who knew, you know? And then we got Ursula, mother of 6. I mean, so she lives at the ball fields. And when you've got kids that play sports, you know what that's like, and you know what the eating habits are like. And she'll tell you she now weighs less, or I think back to what she did when she was in high school. So it's more than even less than her first child, when she had her first child. So, you know, you can do this. It's easy. You take them on the go with you. And then we've got Jerry's sister, Cheryl. I mean, 12 pounds, you know, anybody, 12 pounds is a lot. That's a huge celebration. And then we've got, you know, Randy, which I need to update this. It's actually 156 pounds since October 31st. And people have asked him, like, are you starving yourself? And he says, well, if you consider eating steak and shrimp all day and vegetables all day long, starving yourself, then yeah, I guess I'm starving myself, right? So it's just the lifestyle change that he's made and choices that he's made and what he's eaten. AJ, he's down over 100 pounds now in 6 months. When we got Kim, who, you know, she can't exercise, who has muscular dystrophy, who, like all of us, has seen it all, been on it all, doctor prescribed diets, and, you know, it just didn't work for her because they all required exercise. And her doctor actually told her she was 2 years away from being in a wheelchair. So here's a lady that looked at that she was about to be in a wheelchair and wasn't living much life. Her daughter brought home a box of drops, and they have changed her life. Now it's been 5 years, and in 8.5 months, she got on the drops, and 8.5 months later, she lost 92 pounds, but that was 5 years ago. So that's the most important thing here, is the lifestyle change that's happened and transpired for her. And so that's her in the back of a four-wheeler of her grandson. A year ago, she could have never done that 4 or 5 years ago. So she really has regained her life back, and financially as well. And then we've got Robin, who since she was 14 years old has been on some kind of diet and never had success. And for the first time in her life, she's now having success. And I want to say she's more closer to 100 pounds now. And she's not riding around on a scooter like she was confined to just about. She's walking everywhere now. So I love just watching people being able to transform their life and really reclaim their life like they are. So again, 18 pounds, Philip down 20 pounds in 1 month. I mean, it's just and here's the thing, everybody's body's different. Everybody's body when they come here, you know, is different. So the drops, this isn't a one size fits all. Like, we don't put you in that box. And so because everybody's body's so different. And that's what I love about this, is that this is going to be for your body and what your body needs, and heal it from the inside out. And that's what's so unique and different. And that's the reason why you see such transformations across the board for everybody. So Liz, this is another relative of theirs, down 70 pounds, just really reclaiming her life. And there's Jerry and Allison. And then we got Tamika. And then we've got Talia. So I'm just going to hit on this. She's a nurse. And her biggest wins, because there's so many more wins than just the number on the scale. And that gets lost out here. So I want you to take, you know, you can measure your inches. You're sleeping better. You have more energy, and your mood is better. And when your moods are better and you're able to come off some antidepressants, that's what's happening here. So she's a nurse, and her biggest win is not the weight. It's coming off some antidepressants. And then we've got Krista, mother of 3, and her husband, Travis, who's a fireman. And then we've got Chelsea. She'll tell you her biggest win is not the weight, but it's the mood and being able to come off the antidepressants. And the same thing kind of for Ashley and Reese. I love their story too. So Ashley will tell you her biggest wins is not the 15 pounds. It's no more night sweats, right? Having to get up and go change your clothes in the middle of the night. But then I love Reese's story too, because he only started the drops just to prove his wife wrong. Just because he's like made fun of her and said these were snake oil and they weren't going to work, right? Why would 2 bottles in a box work, be any different than anything else we've ever seen out there? What makes this so different, so unique? Well, actually it is different, and it is unique because it actually works. And so Reese started the drops. In the first month, he went down 15 pounds. So then he got serious, and then he had to say to his wife, you were right and I was wrong. And he's down over 55 to 56 pounds now, and absolutely blowing it up on the business side as well. So I love their story because it works. The drops work. And then you've got Ernest, and then you got Rashawn, and then Dr. Crystal, who she will tell you she's got an autoimmune, did it the doctor's way. And she just got so tired of just being sick and tired all the time. And what she'll tell you is she now weighs less than the amount of weight she lost. So like, let that sink in for a second. She weighs less than the amount of weight she lost. She looks amazing. And she's been able to maintain that weight loss. And that is just the side effect. The weight loss is the side effect of getting your body back balanced. And that's what the drops do, is get your body back balanced. And then this is, a mother, a teacher, a wife, and you can just see her transformation. It's just amazing. And that's probably one of my absolute favorite things, is watching people, women, men, reclaim their life back and getting their health back. But then there's that second piece of the equation, Fred, that is also to one of my absolute favorite parts. So I'm going to kind of switch gears and talk business just for a few minutes, because that's what we're really here for. And two, this is just the vehicle, right? We're just the vehicle to absolutely change your life from a financial standpoint. And this is how easy it is for $29.95 one time. That's not once every 6 months or once a year, but it's just a one-time fee. And what that gets you is that global virtual franchise. And what does that look like for us? It looks like you get a website that has all 100 products on it, that has access to all the 50 plus countries that we're in. It keeps track of, you get a back office, and it keeps track of all your orders, your customers, your paychecks, most importantly, right? You got a partner coach share app. So we've got tons of digital tools for your success right there at your fingertips for $29.95 one time. Then this is how easy it is to get started. You can get started. We buy in bulk, and then we turn around and retail it out of your hands, whether it be you share it, whether word of mouth or on social media. So we buy it at a 4-pack at $3.71. So you can sell 3 or share 3, sell 3, get yours for free. And when you do that, it also covers the cost of your box of drops and to that $29.95. Or you can buy in bigger bulk if you so choose for a 10-pack. It's totally your choice. A 4-pack or a 10-pack, we buy in bulk. The bigger the bulk buy, the bigger the discount. Us women, we all know how that works, right? Because we always like those deals. Then this is how easy it is, because I can't sell anything. Never have, never could. But you know what I can do? I can share. I can share my story. No more hot flashes. Having energy that's not caffeine induced, and I feel good all day long. Not having the night sweats and sleeping better. Those are big wins. And so when I start sharing that, either by word of mouth or by social media, and if social media is your choice, we have an app that you'll download. And when you download this app, we will send you a link. It'll upload right into that app right there for you. We help you make that social media launch. We help you. We're right there with you every step of the way. Then you're taking your drops, and now we're turning those into profits, because remember, you're buying them in bulk. So when you buy them in bulk, they retail for $176, and then you could turn around and sell them at $150 or $160, your choice. So you're getting that difference, and then you get to collect that into your Venmo, your Cash App, your good old fashioned cash, however you so choose. So now that's that money that makes a difference in your household today, tomorrow, or next week. But we are so much more than just selling a box of drops. Fred, our company was voted the #1 compensation plan in the whole industry, which there's over 10,000 companies in this industry, but we were voted #1. We actually get paid here 9 different ways. I don't know about you, but I've never been paid 9 different ways. Out of all the businesses I've ever done or places I've ever worked for, I only got paid 1 way. What about you, Fred? Have you ever gotten paid 9 different ways?
Well, not until I got here and working on getting it all here. But here's what I do know. I spent most of my life from age 15 to 40 laying brick. And every Friday when we showed up at the bank, we prayed that the check would clear, much less worried about trying to figure out how to get paid 8 other ways. this is amazing here. And once you understand this, it'll change your life.
It will. And so we just talked about one way, and that's just the retail profits. But to get paid, you must have a subscribe and save. And that's really easy. It's 100 points worth of product. And listen, it unlocks that 30% discount out of all 100 products that you have access to. It unlocks that weekly paycheck, and it doesn't even have to be you. It could be a customer. So, there's no contracts here. Just get with the person that invited you, and they can go a little bit more in depth with that with you as they choose. Then this is my favorite way that we get paid as well, is our savings bonus. So when you hit $250 in one area of our pay, it unlocks what we call free money. And that free money is the company sets aside 15% into an account with your name on it, savings account. And when it hits $10,000, they call you up, congratulate you, and then they direct deposit that. And that's your money to do whatever you want to with. So we're about getting you out of debt, not about putting you in debt. So that could be your car, that could be your house, your kids' college, getting out of debt, whatever that is, it's different for everybody. And that's what I love. It like gives you the power to give you the options to have choices and what you want to do with your money. Then on top of that, we have 2 trips a year. We just got back from Tahiti, and that was a trip of a lifetime. So if you ever have a bucket list, Tahiti should be on it, and you need to go. And why not go for free? Right here with our company with PartnerCo. Then we have another trip coming up, and that is to the Bahamas. So our company, we do 2 trips a year. And if you like to travel, you like to make an extra stream of income, and you want to reclaim your health, that's what you've got your hands on with our company. But now, Fred, I'm going to kind of turn it back over to you, because I want to bring up our special guest tonight, because, like all of us, they have, worked their whole life. They have had lots of businesses, and they still do. They're a very busy couple, and everything they do too, very uniquely, is they work together as a couple. And I love that, because that's what you can do here with PartnerCo. So Fred, I'm going to kind of let you bring up Jerry and Allison and start introducing them and talking with them.
You bet. First of all, I'm excited that they're here tonight. I want people to understand. A lot of people say, well, all of my friends are too busy. You can't be any busier than this couple. And yet, for some reason, and I want Jerry and Allison, how did you had a busy life, busy, and you decided this was worth giving up the one thing that very few people seem to think they have. That's the proper time to allow. How many hours a week could you give this in the beginning, and how's it working out for you?
Thanks, Fred. In the beginning, it was kind of funny, because it didn't seem like much, but because been in retail our whole life, serving the public has always been a thing. So it just naturally just kind of rolled out. It seemed like it was minutes a day for the first days, and then it just turned into more and more, but it never seemed like it was a bunch of time.
We were pretty slow at first.
I mean, yeah, we were slow, but it was just, helping people. That's all we really wanted to do, was help people. And that's kind of how it started. It's been crazy.
Mm-hmm. Where do you see this taking you to in the future?
Well, all right, so that's a big question, and that's a big thing, but
it's a loaded question for them. They got like 5 businesses. They own 5 businesses. They're super big business owners. So that is a loaded question.
to know where to go is kind of go, know where you've been too, So like she said, we had me and my sister and brother-in-law, we partners in some businesses, several,
and this too.
And this too. And at one time, and I started a phone company in the late 90s. So throughout the 2000s, we had, between the businesses, we had over 100 people working for us. And it was just always something, always working, always a grind, always a problem, always something we had to fix. And, at some point along the way, the government come in and said some other company would be better at phone and internet than my company that's set up. And, and somewhere along the way, I think the malls kind of was taking over some of the First Monday stuff or the flea market business that we were in. So, we kind of found ourselves all of a sudden not being able to pay my salary. And we didn't know really what to do at that point. And Allison had talked to Danessa, and in walks Todd Rowland, my cousin, and he sits down and shows us the plan and says, you can do this and
I'm like,
this.
Jerry, you know what? You might could do this. I'm busy. You need to do this.
She still had a job. Mine's the one who went away. So, so it started out small. That's what it was. But you know what? Like this picture shows down here, we were catering on the side. We were chasing bucks everywhere we could, Fred. I mean,
Yes.
we were taking jobs that nobody else would do because we the ones needed the money. And, but luckily that kind of kept us sustained until this kind of started kicking in. Like I said, we were slow at first, but then Todd says, give me 3 to 5 and it'll replace your income. I didn't believe him. I promise. I wish I had of and dug in like, took my cleat and dug in at home plate, but I didn't. I just said, I smiled and said, yeah. But it's true. 3 years later, we're making some residual incomes that we never made before.
But I mean, you've replaced your salary at Dixieland.
I've replaced my salary, and he told me 3 to 5, and we're 3 years, 2 months, and I'm at that pace right now. I really am. So thank you, Todd and Ashley, for
that.
that.
We've been traveling. We've been going places. We have time. We go to see our grandkids, and we get to play with the grandkids while we're working. So it's been a win-win for us. It's been great.
So to see where we're going, I want to take this puppy to the top. I do. I mean, I really do. I want to see some big time. I want to set my life and my kids' life. That's my next life.
Yeah. Let me ask you maybe a final question here, and would like to hear both of you, because generally I found like when something like this comes across my table for Joy and I, it's generally a different perspective. With having 5 other companies and doing this, what would you say to I'm just saying for me, at one point in my life, I felt like a failure as a husband. I felt like a failure as a dad, felt like a failure. And I was desperately looking for a way to change my life, my family's life. What would you say to that father, Jerry, tonight, who's struggling and just looks like nothing's going to work? And I'm going to ask you the same question, Allison. Speak to the women who are maybe single moms tonight, who are just flat out desperate, been weeping all night looking for a way. And it could be anybody. By the way, it doesn't have to be somebody in desperate modes. But I'm just kind of curious. What would you say to them, Jerry, to a dad right now, or a man?
That's a good one, because Fred, I was there just a few years ago, and I mean, you broke at a bunch of different levels, and I might have had businesses, but they were rock bottoming,
and we had employees and
credit card debt, and I'll be honest, that big question, and I'm kind of wanting to get choked up because you asked me that question, because, for a guy, that's tough, man. And I was there. I have to admit that, I didn't want her to know it, but
I knew it.
It's one of those you don't talk about, because
it wasn't pleasant.
When you don't know, when you swipe the card at the store, if it's going to go through, what am I going to buy groceries with? And I was there, and there was a few times it didn't, and you have to swap out cards. Oh, well, I didn't make it to the bank in time, or whatever, So I would tell that dad right now. I said, look, man, I didn't believe it, but I tell you, just go for it. Lock in this thing, really. Just lock in, keep doing what you got to do to pay the bills. I get that. It's not a fast thing. Don't expect you to make $1,000 a week right out of the chute. You're not going to do it. Okay. Now you can make some. And if you're real good, you can make that 1,000, but just bet on a little bit. But man, dig in, plant those cleats, get ready. And just when that ball comes across the plate, you swing hard and go for it.
Beautiful. How about you, Allison? What would you say to that
women,
mom crying tonight and wondering how's she going to make it? I was actually wanting to get too deep because I don't want exposure. There was other people there, but I heard a single mom yesterday say, I have no money for my rent. I have a brand new baby and I'm on my own, and I'm probably going to be evicted tomorrow. Now that's desperate, but something, what would you say to anybody who's heading in that direction, currently in that direction? And just what would you say? I mean,
Oh, that is tough. I would say share your journey. You know, if do the business, share your life, just be real, be who you are, and people trust you and they know what you're saying. If you believe in your products and you believe in what you're doing and you want to help people, they're going to come to you. And I would just say share and believe in yourself and trust yourself. I mean, I'm the most nervous and insecure person there is. I mean, I'm always afraid to talk, but I would just I would just tell them just to share their journey.
Share the journey. Beautiful. Because it
Well,
can change, can't it?
And I do want to say something here because, you know, Jerry and Allison was on Todd's chicken list because they were big business owners. So don't count out who you think is on your chicken list. Actually, that should be the first person you go to, because those that know how to make money see opportunities, right? And so just because, you know, they own quite a few businesses and they're successful in them doesn't mean that they might not be interested in another one. And so they were very open to it. And that's the key thing, is that this is just a vehicle, you know, and they didn't put blinders on or put themselves in a box. They were open to the opportunity that came their way, the vehicle that came their way. That's all we are. We're just the vehicle that comes your way. Whether you choose to get in it or not is totally up to you. But I can tell you, if you're wanting something different in life, you have to do something different. And so the previous ways of where you got to is not where you want to be. Get into a different vehicle. And that's all we are. So, Fred, I cannot thank you enough. And our guests tonight with Allison and Jerry, they're, you know, very successful here, building a massive team and massive business here, and just pouring into people. And so what Allison was saying is just share your journey. Just share it, whether it be word of mouth or social media, and that allows you to start growing your business organically, pipeline with the drops. And that's all we do here. So don't overthink it. We get back with the person here that invited you, and we are so thankful that you joined us tonight. Everybody out there, have a great night.
Thank y'all.